Good morning, coffee mates. I'm Alana, and this is Conversations with Coffee. And today our sweetener is success. So I wanted to talk about success today because it's something that plays on my mind every single day. Be successful, and I've noticed a lot of patterns that I think, a lot of other people out there can relate to. And a lot of those things are always trying to find a quick fix, always looking for that something that's going to make you successful very quickly. And that's something that is going to make you known or inspirational or whatever the case may be. And I find that it can be very discouraging to try and be that way, but it can also be very fun and very challenging. So but I've heard a lot of stories lately that have caught my attention, and one of them is the 1 Week Job Project by Sean Aiken. Aiken, sorry for my bad pronunciation. Actually, I heard this story in school because I was talking to the career counselor at my school, and I told her I'm terrified of living the life of a bad relationship, 9-to-5 job, waking up and dreading work every day, coming home and being tired and watching TV and going to bed and starting the cycle all over again. It's very terrifying for me. And she told me, read this book. It's about a man who got a different job every week for 1 year. He's a very intelligent man, very smart, and very articulate, and he could be anything he wanted. He was already in university, he was already studying, he could have been anything, but he was terrified of the same thing. So he got one job every week for a year and discovered so much about himself and became very well known and very inspirational. Another story was One Red Paperclip by Kyle MacDonald. And he took one red paperclip, traded it for a pen that looked like a fish, traded that pen for eventually a toolbox, then a skidoo, then a date with a celebrity, and then a role in a movie, and eventually led to a house in Saskatchewan, Canada. Very inspirational, it's just an incredible story. You don't hear about something like that very often, and it makes me wonder, what type of person does it take to achieve such big things, or to think up such big things for that matter? I mean, it's very outside the box, and there's not a lot of people who actually think that way. There's also a ton of other stories out there, and they just blow my mind, how people can think that way and live that way. But yeah, it makes me really wonder about, like I said, the type of person that it takes to do these things, to think up these things, what type of person you need to be, or what I need to do to change myself, or what other people need to do to improve, to kind of be that type of person, if that makes sense. And or maybe everybody is already that type of person. It's a very positive thought, and I like to think that way. But as I said before, with the quick fix thing, something like that is and isn't a quick fix all in one. And there's a lot that you need to think about when it comes to success. I found over time that, growing up, I've always had sky-high dreams and very big goals. And a lot of people would look at me and shake their head and go, you're not going to make a living doing that. It's just weird. Like, you can't. Like, what are you thinking? Blah, blah, blah. And sometimes I believe them and sometimes I don't, and I guess that's normal. But before I blab on forever, which I have a tendency to do, I just wanted to say that success is a very intimate subject, and I would love to hear, everybody's thoughts on the subject and what people think, and what are your goals? What do you want to do? What's the biggest dream you've ever had that, people have looked down on you for dreaming so big? The biggest dream I've ever had was I wanted to learn multiple languages, French, Spanish, Italian, Russian, Japanese, Mandarin, Cantonese, Romanian, whatever it is. I wanted to learn tons of languages and then travel the world and teach philosophy, be an inspirational speaker or something, and learn about cultures and people, and to make a living doing this, and also to try and change the world somehow, be kind of like a female Tony Robbins or something. And so that's my big dream. And I know it's possible. I also know that it's very difficult and it can be scary. Leaving high school is also very scary, and actually getting your voice out there and having people hear you, what's really inside you, is very scary, but it's also very exciting. So let me know, what are your dreams and goals and ambitions and things that people have ridiculed you for? I think that's very important to know. And my message today, with our nice cup of coffee, is to keep dreaming, dream big, and I'll see you next time on Conversations with Coffee. Thank you. Bye.